Okay, so welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're on our next adventure. It's Celebrity Infinity. We are in Barcelona in Spain, and we are going to be boarding her for a 12-night cruise around Morocco and the Canary Islands in Spain. So we've just arrived at the port. We're at Terminal B, and I just thought I would share with you this terminal, the guys there that are picking up all of the luggage, and in the background the lovely Celebrity Infinity. Now she is here over the winter this year, I think, as a bit of a test for winter cruises by Celebrity. It's not often that the cruise ships don't go back to the Caribbean or relocate into the Far East, so we've taken the opportunity to grab this cruise, and as I say, we're going to Morocco and down into Canary Islands and back here to Barcelona after a couple of stops in Spain. So we'd like to take you with us. So this video is our onboarding video where we've arrived, and I'll share with you a little bit more information about the cruise terminal in 1 second. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are, and Susie's with me. And when you arrive in the terminals for the ports, of course there are lots of taxis and the taxi rank where you'll be dropped off or picked up. Now, here's some information. So if you're coming from the airport, if you're coming from Barcelona Airport and you're going to come to the port, the standard rate for trips between the airport and the port is 45 euros, and consequently back there as well. So if you're coming from the port back to the airport, it's an area standard rate of 45 euros. So if you're looking for a more economic way to get here and away from the port, you can get an Uber. And on Uber it's somewhere between 28 and 30 euros from the airport direct to here. You can book them via the app, of course, and bear with us for a second and I will share with you another cost-effective way to get from the port back to the airport if you need. So here is the lovely Celebrity Infinity. We're still at the terminal, so you won't see much of her until we get the other side. We get to the seaside. But I'd like just to point out a few other things here in the terminal itself. Now, first of all, you can see a little bus stop here. This is Terminal B, and you can actually get a port bus which goes from terminals A, B, C and D, and then actually goes off to the marina area in Barcelona, whereupon you can get yourself an onward connection. Now, we have done another video on this. Take a look at our Vision of the Seas playlist, and in there is a Barcelona Tips for Travelers video. So in addition to the 45 euros taxi fare, the Uber fares of roughly between 28 and 30 euros, there is a bus service which will take you into the marina down in Barcelona city, okay, and that's about 5 euros. And so, as I mentioned, the port bus will come here and pick you up and take you into the marina area of the city. Now that's really quite good, because there you can get some onward travel connections. The first connection that you can get is if you want to do a hop-on hop-off bus tour, you can do that because that is one of the stops on the red route, and the hop-on hop-off bus is currently 33 euros per day per person, and that will take you all the way around Barcelona. And thirdly, you can actually walk from there up the Ramblas, Las Ramblas, and at the top of the Ramblas there is a square and it's called Plaça Catalunya. And there you can catch the Aerobus, which is a airport shuttle service which will cost you 6 euros, and you can get it from Plaça Catalunya And irrespective of whether you're going to Terminal A or Terminal B, you just connect the right connection there in Plaça Catalunya and it will take you there for €6. And it's a very, very good service. The only other service stop there is Plaça España, which is a couple of miles out from the centre of Barcelona. And so very conveniently, here is the cruise bus, and as I mentioned, that will go to Terminal A, B, C and D. So this is the cruise bus that you pick up when you want to go into Barcelona, and it will cost you €6. So very easy, very convenient. So if you're coming to the port from the city, you can pick up the cruise bus and it will drop you here in the individual terminals. Okay, so we hope that's been useful for you. So in terms of taxi overview, €45, Uber from the airport, €30 approximately. You can get the Aerobus for €6 and that will drop you at Plaça Catalunya by the Ramblers. And then when you come down to a little area by the port, by the marina, you can get the cruise bus transfer and that will bring you to the individual terminals. So we hope that's been useful. So consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you found this part of the video useful. It will be very much appreciated. And of course, it's free. And there's not a lot free these days, is there? And of course, one other tip just to add in is that if you're coming down via transfer with a cruise line from the airport, of course, they will pick up your luggage from the coach itself, and all you need to do is just walk into the terminal, which is here. Okay, so that's Terminal B, and we're going to be going in now, and we're going to be going through the check-in process in order to board the wonderful Celebrity Infinity for our cruise to the Canaries and Morocco. So stay tuned. And as you can see, it's a very, very efficient process. People giving up their luggage and fresh from their taxis or from their coach transfers and going into the queue into the check-in area. So that's where we're going to go now. Okay, so we've just gone through the check-in process where we shared our boarding passes and our passports, and there's a lovely little seating area in case it gets really busy here, and also a little bit of a reception area probably for the retreat customers. And this is the retreat check-in area, which is quite nice, quite pleasant in terms of a nice seating area where I'm sure individuals actually come to you rather than you standing up at the check-in process. So that's the special check-in area for the retreat customers. And of course we're in Barcelona, so this is Cruise Terminal B, and as I mentioned, we've been through the check-in process. And then the first obvious thing that you will see here when you get into the check-in area is this Barcelona shop. So of course there are lots and lots of Barcelona based football shirts, etc., but you can pick up other teams as well. And as you go around, of course, some caps and some footballs and some football shirts, of course, and other bits and pieces that are associated with the sport. So that's quite nice. So if you're looking to get yourself a Barcelona FC football shirt, soccer shirt, then this is the place to come. Okay, and so when you come into the area as well, of course our friends from Celebrity look after us with a nice refreshing drink, and then can walk into the duty-free area where there are a variety of different items that you can pick up prior to your cruise. And of course Susie's in the shop now and she's getting retail therapy. So there are some scents and various famous brands that you would no doubt know of. It's nearly the end of November now, so it's nearly Christmas time, it's nearly the festive time, so of course all the Christmas regalia is So suits here. On the other side there are some spirits and of course some candy and some sweets that you can purchase, and then of course some potato chips and a variety of different high street well-known brands across the world, some specialist whiskies, brandies, etc., and a variety of other liquors that you might wish to enjoy. And there are some special aged single malt whiskies and brandies here too, and then a few beers and various other items, and again some more whiskies, Chivas Regal, Glenlivet, etc., etc. And as we go further in, you can pick up yourself some soft drinks, so your Cokes and your 7-Ups and stuff. Also, great line of luggage. And then across the back, you can pick up some tobacco, various cigarettes and cigars, etc. And there's a nice cigar cabinet here where you can pick up various brands. And then as we go around still further, we can pick up some wines and some champagne, and a great selection of wines and champagne. Now do bear in mind that the cruise line rules are that you can really only bring 2 bottles of wine on board when you embark the ship, so bear that in mind. Don't over purchase here, because they will just take it away from you and you won't be able to consume it on the cruise itself. And then there are some Barcelona based knickknacks and cups and ceramics, etc., and a few things that you might want to put on your fridge at home, a few fridge magnet, and a few other bits and pieces like cups and placemats, etc. And then as we go around here, you'll find some biscuits and some hats, and then on the other side, sunglasses and some swimwear and beachwear. And there's also a little area here where you can pick up a few perhaps items, chemist type items that you may have forgotten before coming to your cruise. And then lastly, on this left hand side, you can pick up a few bags, and as I mentioned, there are a few things here in terms of leather goods and scents, etc. Also some very nice pictures and posters that you can select from, and some Majorica ceramics, and a variety of chemist-based items. And in addition to the pharmacy items, there are some other areas here where you can get some apparel, some beachwear, some swimwear, etc. A few little items for the children, some beach shoes, and a few little things that perhaps you've forgotten on your way to the cruise terminal itself. And so that's the Plaza duty-free store, and if you need cash or money exchange, you can get that here on the last point before you get on board the ship, which is through the security area here and up the escalator. And so up the escalator and off to the ship, the beautiful Celebrity Infinity, for our 12th night cruise around Morocco and the Canary Islands. Okay, so here we are now. So we're up the top of the escalator, and here's the beautiful Celebrity Infinity, getting a little bit of paintwork done and some loading activities going on. And here we are, the embarkation point is just up ahead of us. So we'll get on board now, and we'll take you off to the room, and we'll do a room tour, and we'll film our departure so you can see our departure from Barcelona. Stay tuned. And of course we've walked along the walkway now, and we're about to go up that wonderful walk, which is the access area onto the ship itself. So stay with us as we board the lovely Celebrity Infinity. And of course this is our favourite little walk, which is walking up the main walkway up to the ship. And of course they won't let you film as you get on board the ship, but of course we'll share whatever we can with you as we board the lovely Celebrity Infinity. Okay, so there we are, we're through the onboarding process, just gone through security, and off we go to start our 12-day cruise around the Canary Islands and Morocco. Okay, so welcome back to the channel everybody. Here we are now on the lovely Celebrity Infinity on our 12-night cruise around Morocco and the Canary Islands out of Barcelona. It's November 2024 and we've got an inside stateroom for this cruise, and we just thought we would take the opportunity to share it with you. Of course there's lots of mirrors around the stateroom sides. We have a nice king-size bed, and over in the far corner you can see that we've got a desk, and obviously the electrical connections are there. So there's a couple of US 110 volt and a couple of European 220 volt sockets. The nice king-size bed, and alongside it there are some nightstands, obviously with the telephone there and lighting, etc. And of course we've just walked in, so this is how you would expect to find it when you arrive in your stateroom. So if we go round to the right hand side now, we can share with you the bathroom. Now the bathroom is fairly small but functional, and you don't need me to tell you what that is down on the bottom right. And then there's a variety of storage units underneath the sink area there, and up the right hand side where you can see those mirrors there's a few shelves. There's also a shower unit here. Sadly it's one of those showers that's got the curtains. We've become used to no curtains on some of Celebrity's younger ships, but nevertheless it's a functional, adequate shower for the time that we're going to be spending in the room. And then if we look below the sink you can see some more storage and some amenities there in terms of soap and shower accessories, etc. So that's the shower unit here in our inside stateroom. And then outside of the stateroom of course there is the air conditioning controls, which is there on the left hand side. And then really important here, as you come into your room you'll see on the back of the door a sign saying where your muster station is. We're on deck 2 here, and our muster station is on deck 4 in muster D2 area, and it shows what to do in the event of an emergency. So 7 large beeps and 1 long beep indicates a general emergency alarm, and it will give you an indication of the place to go in the event that that happens. And then also on the back of the door there is a deep sleep, one of these deep sleep magnetic stickers that you can put on the outside of your door if you don't want to be disturbed. And if we come around to the side you can see the wardrobe and some shelves above, and of course long deep wardrobes for your clothes when you arrive here on board. And there's a couple of nice towel robes there for us for general use. And then if I close that up you'll be able to see to the right of that there are some more shelving, and there's a safe of course, and there's a set of 6 drawers, sorry, for you to put your small clothing items in, and of course the safe there. And also in the room of course you have your life vests, which are always here in the event there is a general alarm sounded whilst you're in your room. And also there's a flat screen TV, and also below that there is a fridge and some more shelving should you need it. And then above the TV, and we've already partially moved in, you can also see some more storage there with a couple of bottles of liquor that we've bought on our embarkation. So there you go, that's the shelving area around the TV and the fridge. So okay, so we hope you found that useful. That's the inside stateroom on deck 2 of Celebrity Infinity, and Susie's with me, of course, and we hope that's been useful for you in terms of giving you a feel for what's available in an inside stateroom. Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here we are now, we're in Barcelona, about to undertake our 12-night cruise on the beautiful Celebrity Infinity around Morocco and the Canary Islands, and we are in Barcelona Port. We're at Terminal B, as I've shared with you earlier, and we'll be leaving port in a little while, but I just thought I would take the opportunity to share with you a seldom seen view of the whole port area. You can see the road, the ramp that comes up to the bridge. There's a few birds flying around, which is all very well and good, and of course the big white bridge there, and the various terminals that are available here in the port. So you're looking at Terminal A in the center of the screen now, and we're at Terminal B, and it's a lovely port here in Barcelona. It's capable of accommodating 4 or 5 cruise ships, and there's a wonderful view across the rest of the city of Barcelona. So I thought I would share that with you and let you know that we're going to be sharing ship tours and port tours and tips and advice from this entire cruise. I know there is a large group of friends and group members on the Infinity groups that we're members of that are eagerly waiting for news of this cruise and the various ports that we go into. So we will be sharing our adventures with you, so stay tuned to the channel, stay tuned to the playlist where you found this video, and we hope that today's video, our onboarding and our stateroom tour and this departure footage helps you get a real feel for what Infinity is like and the port of Barcelona as well. And of course, as I mentioned, we will be bringing that to you as we proceed on our cruise. So stay tuned to us. And of course, if we can take a look on the other side of the ship now, so the port side of the ship, you can see terminals B, C and D that go up the newly built peninsula all the way up, and the exit to sea. And if we take a look back, we can see Terminal A and the access road over the lovely white bridge, and also the other marina. So where the tall building is in the centre of the shot now, that's the other marina that you can access through the bottom of the Ramblas, and a lovely built environment it is too. So that's a little bit of a snapshot of Barcelona. So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.